What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the How to Survival series. And you may be wondering right now, where in the hell am I? I'm obviously on the nether roof with nothing around, so why am I here? Well, that is because of what is underneath. And you might be able to see a bit of a waypoint, and through the map you can see a bit of a nether fortress underneath as well. And the waypoint, being a W, is labelled with a farm site. This is where I want to build it. It is about 20,000 blocks away from everything else. So I flew over here before the episode started, and I have hopefully everything that I'll need. I have a bunch of resources to spawn proof the nether fortress around and any other blocks. And then I also have some blocks I'm going to need to build. First of all, we're going to need to get down there. So I have some materials here that should help me break through the, not obsidian, the bedrock rather. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to pick a place where there is a 1 block thick bedrock. And I don't know where that is, so I'm going to have to guess. So let's say here. This is the block we want to break, so I place a piston on top facing up. Then I place 2 obsidian here. Then if I get some TNT and some of this other stuff, TNT here and here, I place a trapdoor there, then a lever there. And now I'm going to have to boot up my auto clicker in order to do this pretty much 100%. Alright, there we go, auto clicker booted up. Now all I gotta do is flick this lever, go under, and then spam click through the auto clicker. Oh god, this may not work, but hopefully. Alright, there we go, auto clicker was engaged, and since it's pointing up, that should have worked. And indeed it did. However, I have picked the wrong block because there is another bedrock there. So I guess we're going to have to keep trying until we just get one. Alright, it looks like we have a bit of an opening here. Hopefully there's no bedrock underneath. And it does not appear to be, so we should be in the clear. And definitely are now, since we have broken through quite a bit. Now if we just keep digging down until we get to a place where we fall just kind of like that, we should be in the clear. And now I'm going to get away because there's a lot of mobs there. And this is exactly the place I wanted to be at, because as you might be able to tell, I'm in a soul sand valley here. And the good thing about this biome is that, as you might be able to see, not a lot of other mobs spawn. The only things that can spawn are skeletons and ghasts, I believe. And they don't spawn too often, so that means I don't have to do a lot of spawn proofing. And if I do, all I need to do to prevent the skeletons is a bit of lighting up, which means I don't have to place a torch on every block. But as you might be able to tell anyway, there are not a lot of mobs around at all, so that means I don't even have to do a lot of that. So that means I don't have to spawn proof a lot, which is why I came 20,000 blocks away. But anyway, now I just want to get straight into the building, because this still is going to take a while. And I also got to get some XP to mend my wings, because, 20,000 block flight. Okay, so now that I'm here, I got to pick a crossing platform. And this is the one I'm going to pick because there's a decent amount of area free around it. And yeah, I don't have to do a lot of clearing as opposed to some other ones. So if I just place a block here, then leave 2 blocks gap and break kind of like this. Looks like I might need to get a block to kind of go off of to actually scaffold down there. Or I could just build up. It's not too far to build up. So I just leave 2 blocks between that block I placed before and this platform I'm going to make down here. And then make it a 19 by 19. So there are 2 blocks. And then this being the center block, we go 9 that way and 9 that way. And every way as well, and that will make it a 19 by 19 platform. Alright guys, so I got this 19 by 19 platform. And then after that, you're going to want to build 5 more out on either side and make a big square out of that. So in total it will be 29 by 29. And in order to differentiate between the 2 different platforms, I've used netherrack and the nether bricks here. And also, if you want to find out how to build this farm for yourself, you can go over to Shulkercraft, their channel, and they have a tutorial there. And I believe the original design was by Razeworks as well, so you you can head over there as well. But the shulkercraft video will be linked in the description down below. So now that we've got all the nether brick down, we have to put some carpet on top of that. So if I find the right shulker box eventually, there it is, and get some carpet out of it, all we got to do is just place it on top of all of this nether brick. There we are. Now we have carpet all around this netherrack platform. And now we got to go find a piglin, and that might be a bit harder than I initially thought because, well, we're in a soul sand valley and they don't spawn here. So hopefully there is a bit of a biome nearby where they do spawn. If I maybe go this way, I should be able to find some. So I believe that is just here. And I might have to get it to chase me or something, because this will be a bit harder than I thought. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to find out a way to do this, but hopefully it shouldn't be too hard. Well, here we are. I have found a few of them, and now if I just lead them back to the farm, I should hopefully be able to put them inside of a boat or something. But first things first, we just get them closer to the farm. Okay, so I've gotten the piglin over to the farm. It is currently inside of this area here, and that is because I don't want it to be burnt up by any blazes that decide to shoot at me. So it's going to stay in there until we spawn proof the entire area. But I want to actually build the farm before I do that, so I know where I have to spawn proof. So I guess I get on to the rest of the farm. And for the rest of it, it's just going to be tiny little things like I got to do. So I think I'm just going to do that and then not show it on camera until I'm done. Because this video has just started off a bit chaotic and I don't want it to continue like that. So I'm just going to do a few things here and there. Then I'll come back to you showing you the product that I end up with. Alrighty, so after a bunch of work, I've gotten the farm finished. So we've got the wither roses up here and the piglin in place. It's pretty much all that I had to do here from the last clip. But the main part I've been working on is spawn proofing. And then I can't remember if I showed the collection system, but I did that also. So we got two sides here, so all the drops will lead into this chest, which will then be split into two sides, which each have an item filter and a shulker box loader for the coal and the bones. The wither scales will just drop into here, but the item filter is probably not filled yet. No, it is not. And this one even less so. And then of course for the extra swords that we don't want, they would just be dispensed into some lava. And that is basically the farm for you there. It's pretty simple. The main problem with it is just spawn proofing, but other than that, it's a really simple farm. Now, the problem here is I gotta get a bunch of shulker boxes to fill up this sorter, and for that, I need to go back home. 20,000 blocks. And you know what? This is gonna take a while, so I'll definitely not be doing that on camera. So I'll be back in a tick. Okay, so here we are back at the farm, and I have put in all the shulkers that we would ever need, and also on this side, and also I've done a bit of AFK, and as you might have been able to see in my inventory, these are all the wither skulls we got, and all these, except for these two apparently, all these shulker boxes are full of drops we've gotten: coal, bones, and well, that's it. I was gonna say and more, but no, that's about it. So coal and bones, we got a lot of that to go around now, but I think I'm done at the farm for now. So I'm gonna head over back to the base and then maybe think of something else to do. Okay, so as you just saw, I have been busy killing quite a few withers, and now I have 104 extra beacons, as well as some cool wither heads. And there are 4 different types actually, so I want to check them each out. So we got the regular one, and we got the armored one, looks like. So that's what they look like. Then you got the blue one of this regular one, and then the blue version of the almond one. So that they all look pretty cool, I think. Probably never going to use them, but you know, if I want to, now I have the opportunity. So that's basically the reason I wanted to build the wither farm, so I could get a bunch of beacons, and now I have enough that will probably last me my entire lifetime. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there is one thing that I wanted beacons for earlier on, and that is for these lamps down here. Now that I actually got the beacons, I can replace these sea lanterns with some beacons. Forgot the word there. And actually, the sea lanterns have quite grown on me. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to keep the sea lanterns now. You know what? I wanted the beacon there, but the sea lantern I think looks just a bit better with the bottom texture of a white bright light instead of some obsidian. So, you know what? Forget about that. But now I have 104 beacons to do whatever the hell I want with them. So I could just start throwing them away like it was nobody's business. But you know what, I'm not going to do that because the wither skeleton farm is quite far away and I don't want to travel back there to get any more. Anyway, on that note, I think it is about time we end the episode. I have been doing quite a lot of work this episode, working on the wither skeleton farm, and now I have got a bunch of beacons that I don't know what to do with. So I think that is a good way to wrap up the episode. In the next episode, I might do a bit of building because I haven't been doing a lot of that lately. I've been working on quite a few farms. So I should get back to the habit of working on the city because I do want to do some more on that. So I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. But until next time, later guys.